Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the show. This is Jenga Njeru. Now, today we have the matchmaker show, and you understand the protocol here. Any other time we have a man on board, the man is looking for a woman. In the same way, when we have a woman on board, the woman is looking for a man. Now that we have a man, I will tell you the kind of woman he is looking for. But before then, if you're watching us for the first time, this is the matchmaker show. We help men and women to get matches. And the moment they get the right ones, they meet their destinies. So you're not lost. If you're new to the show, subscribe, like the video, and don't forget to leave a comment. Also, the contacts of our guest will be on my Facebook page at Jenganjero. So you can follow Jenganjero on Facebook and you'll be getting these updates in real time. If you want to make any inquiry, ladies and gentlemen, maybe you can use the numbers you're seeing on the screen. I only have one Facebook page which has more than 100,000 followers. Okay, so I don't want you to be duped along the way. So you can use the numbers you're seeing on the screen to make any inquiry or even to be posted, just like our guest on today's show. So our guest on today's show is a 62-year-old man who is single and searching. At the age of 62, you could be asking yourself, why is he single? What kind of a woman is he looking for? And things like that. Yesterday, I had preempted his story on my Facebook page that he is a lecturer of mathematics. He comes from Uganda and he is based in Kampala. Kampala is Uganda's capital, just like Nairobi is to Kenya. So he has been a fan of the show. There are so many people who gain courage after watching from the periphery for a long time. Others gain confidence. Others are inspired by the stories we share. Others even see friends, witness relatives getting matches here. And then they gather the confidence required. Banbara or Emmanuel is 62 years old and he's a father of 7. And he comes from the community of Atu something. He was telling Atu something. I will confirm, although that is not important. You see, this show has become an international platform where men and women from different parts of the world can be matched for the very sake of marriage. So there is nothing else into a matchmaking show that has been aired on this program other than to match men and women for the sake of marriage. And I believe that everyone deserves an opportunity. He says that he is divorced and the divorce is just casual and there is no chance that the woman is ever going back again. Let me give you the story. The wife was advised that it was important to get a child out of wedlock. I don't know whether you have ever heard of these stories where somebody advises a woman, and that is a very erroneous misconception. And any other time you're able to deconstruct such a misconception, it is important that you do it. Because the wife now, ex-wife, was advised, I don't know, by a distant aunt, that you should get, aside from getting children for this man, you can also get a child from a different man to avoid, I don't know, curses of a family. I don't know, children are likely to suffer if you get them for the same man. You know, the kind of occult teachings. And the man got wind of it. And because he's admittedly an educated man, he was able to run a paternity test. And just like that, even the woman did not deny. And after she was confronted with that, then she confessed that indeed she had gone for another man. Now, I wanted to understand that marriage is very, very, very solemn. And the institution of marriage should be respected. Respected in the sense that it is not wise to go get a child for somebody else while you're still in marriage. You know, you're getting somebody else's child and you have a husband. You see, that one is going to ruin your chances of ever staying in that marriage if the man gets to know about it. And you see, sometimes the people who are advising you about these kind of occult tendencies are not even in marriage. And you're not supposed to pick advices just from anybody. Just because somebody has advanced in age does not qualify them to give you counsel on certain areas in life. For instance, you cannot give what you don't have, can you? Even teachers teach what they know because they got some experience, they got some education, they have some training that qualifies them to be teachers. And Mr. Emmanuel feels that he was betrayed. And in the contemporary African society, not many men can forgive cheating, especially in marriage. And it so happened that the both of them parted ways, and the marriage died in acrimony. That kind of arrangement was killed even by elders, and that is why today he is single and searching. At the age of 62, you could be asking yourself, what kind of a woman is he looking for? And number two, you could be asking why he is single. I have just explained that for the last 7 years, he has been able to casually separate. They don't see each other eye to eye. The woman was chased away from the matrimonial home, and she was shamed because it was shameful even from her community. I think the woman was being advised by a distant aunt who probably thought that she was giving her the right vibes. Unfortunately, it ended the marriage. Most African men will not forgive such a thing. You cannot get a child out of wedlock and that man brings you back. No way. So he lives with the children, and he has a home in Entebbe, but he is based in Kampala. So there are, even in Kenya, we have people who have city homes and homes in the reserve, in the countryside. So he's looking for a woman who is between the ages of 45 and 55. From the ages of 45 and 55. That woman should be willing to go and live in Kampala. So there is no way that the man is coming to Kenya to live in Kenya because he's already established, and he's a businessman. Aside from being a lecturer of mathematics, I think he stopped doing, but he still have a private institution. He is also looking forward to settle down in his own country. Most African men are not likely to accept being caged or married, for lack of a better word. So if you get married to a proper African man, you will follow the lead. You will look at him from the angle of a leader. He will show you, this is what we will do. This is where we will live. This is where we will settle. This is what we should do. This is what we will eat. The man in African societies is the epitome head, and he leads, then you follow. So he cannot come in Nairobi if you're in Nairobi. He cannot come to Dodoma or Dar es Salaam. He cannot come to New York. If he can, it means he came to travel, maybe to see you, maybe to visit, maybe to see friends and family, maybe to visit your relatives, maybe to see now the in-laws, the incoming in-laws. So if you're willing and you have always been looking forward to live in a very good, peaceful African country, Uganda is a good country. Uganda is just across the border. And from the western part of Kenya, we share a border. We even share a mountain called Elgon. And is it true? Is it a mountain we share, Elgon? Or we share the Lake Victoria? Please, geographers can confirm. I don't want to be speaking things that don't exist. Eh? So if you're a geographer and you know the geography of that region, the East African region, what I know is that we share the border on the western part of Kenya, and there was even a battle. There was a battle they were fighting over in Lake Victoria. What's the name of that island? The name of that island was it Migingo, director? Migingo? Migingo, yeah. They were fighting over Migingo Island. So, and yeah, that's it. So, if you're there and you're looking for a man who is not willing to add more children, you're looking for a man who can be a good leader, a man who comes from the Anglican Church, and he's also not badly off. He could not say that he doesn't want to, he doesn't want to brag that he's financially stable, but he is capable. He's financially independent. And all his children have left the nest, and even the last ones have left school. They are working, so he's a comfortable man. He would also be willing to get a woman who is comfortable along the lines of children, a woman who will not be held hostage by the children, a woman whose children have cleared school. And if you're that candidate, feel free to contact him, because after this, I will post his contacts on my Facebook page, at Jenga Njeru. Until then, this is Jenga Njeru. I'll see you in the next video.